Hello beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. My name is Chu and today we're going to be going over how to manipulate samples the way people in 808Mafia do. I've been listening to a lot of Demons R Us and Savage Mode 2 recently, and that's been having an influence on my production. So my good friends over at Loop Masters just hooked me up with their newest version of Loop Cloud. This app is actually just mind-blowing, so today I'm going to show you how to make a beat with it. If you aren't familiar with Loop Cloud, it's this neat computer software that loads an ever-replenishing sample library directly to your computer. It can link with your DAW and sync tempo, allowing you to work seamlessly between your workstation and Loop Cloud, and there are a lot of cool manipulations you can make to the samples before bringing them into your project. And every month they give you a bunch of new free samples. If you type in free in the search bar, you'll be able to filter through loads of free samples and one-shots. So after sifting through free loops for 5 or 6 minutes, I found this. It fit the spooky vibe I was going for, but it needed some effects. I added the halftime effect and began chopping it up. Then I pitched the entire sample down. Then I added some reverb and delay. These effects are important because when 808Mafia producers work with samples, they keep it minimal. If they aren't just plugging in the loops, they are only chopping it up slightly and then adding effects to the loop to make it more ambient. They do this so that most of the auditory focus can be placed on the hard-hitting drums. Once we have our sample the way we like it, we can drag it from Loop Cloud into FL Studio. Another thing that 808Mafia producers do to manipulate samples is time dilation and volume automation. The sort of things you get out of VSTs like gross beat, halftime, and effect tricks. After flipping through some presets, I landed on this one in gross beat, which sounded pretty good. I turned down this time knob just a bit so that the mix of the gross beat effect would be a bit more subtle. Then I added a few more effects. And turned down the tempo of my beat. To make the beat slightly more spooky, I found this atmosphere one-shot on Loop Cloud. And used it as a hit at the beginning of every 8-bar section. This still wasn't spooky enough for me though, so I found another free loop and sampled it to make this bell. Bells are a common sound in 808Mafia beats. The key to this style really is sound selection, so we want to be sure we're using similar techniques to the people we're trying to emulate. I created this pattern to be a sort of top melody. And then added a bunch of effects to get this final product. From here, I started working on the drums. I created this kick pattern by finding this free kick in Loop Cloud, opening the Loop Cloud VST directly in my DAW and programming it. Then I added this clap. Then I started working on the hi-hats. I have found that the best way to create bounce for these types of beats is to use multiple hi-hat patterns. On the first pattern, program your hats manually. Use a lot of space to create rhythm and bounce. Think less 2-step pattern and more 4-step and 8-step pattern. 808Mafia beats are driven heavily by the drum bounce, so boring monotonous drums are not the move. Then, for the second pattern, fill in a normal 2-step. Bring your second hi-hat into the mixer and open an instance of gross beat on it, or whatever time dilation VST you like, it really doesn't matter. Then, play with the presets until you find a glitch pattern that sounds hard. Again, the sound selection is so key here. You have to be able to pick a preset and pattern that will sound good with your beat. Okay, once the hi-hats were done, all the beat really needed were some accent snares, a few drum layers from the centerfold drum kit, and a hard 808 pattern. Something that is important to note here is that all 808 Mafia 808 patterns are based around this simple pattern. As long as you start with this, you can spice it up however you want without fear of coloring outside of the lines. Just remember to use your ear here. Don't do a bunch of corny 808 rolls or have out of key 808s. Be a professional producer and do things that sound good. After that, I did a bit of mixing and the beat was done. If you're interested in seeing the full mixing process, you can download the MP4 video of it in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna let the beat rock for the outro. If you're interested in Loop Cloud, it will be the first link in the description. They also have a limited time sign up offer where you'll be able to get one of their best trap kits for free. I had the pleasure of checking out the Boomin trap pack myself, and I can tell you firsthand that it is certified dope content only. And you'll even get a 30-day free trial of the premium membership and 300 points if you sign up using the link below. And if you're watching right now, Loop Cloud is offering 3 months for just $3 for Black Friday, and you can get a copy of Bassmaster for free, which is their best deal ever. So check out the description for more information. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you're gonna hate, do it with all your heart, don't half-ass it. Stay happy, stay healthy, and always be creating. Just make sure it's dope content only. Peace.